Hey, so I am in a lot of Facebook groups and I see a lot of I wish I had a beer, soon to be entrepreneurs thinking about starting their business, and they're just so excited and they want to buy all the things and do all the things and take all the classes and get all the equipment and get all the machines, and all I have to say is slow your roll. Okay, so first of all, ignore the little whiteboard in the background. I'm coming up with a new program. I have no idea what I'm calling it yet. 5 days, 5 minutes in 5 days to 5 clients, something like that. I don't know. You'll see when it comes out. It's actually going to be a free challenge. So if you're interested in that, you can always email me and let me know, or message me in the group. But what I want to do today is I got my handy dandy little note sheet here, and I want to kind of go over what my typical response is when I come across posts in Facebook groups, when I see young people wanting to start their own business, right? So the first thing that I always start out by saying is, yay, how exciting, right? Because it is exciting starting your new business and having all of these goals and dreams, and you're still so new, and you have all these possibilities, and it's so exciting. And I don't want to squash anybody's dream. That is not what I'm here to do. As a business coach, I actually want to help you get to that place that you are dreaming of, right? But I've been there. I started my lash bar 13 or 14 years ago now, right out of school. I was new, right? And I had all of these expectations. My tongue is really yellow, by the way, because I've been eating lemon heads, so sorry. So I don't have a disease. My tongue is just yellow from lemon heads. Anyway, so I was there and I made all of the mistakes, like all of the mistakes. So I want to save you at least 4 headaches and 1 migraine, right? When we're starting our business. So like I said, I started my business right out of school and I made pretty much every single wrong decision. So fortunately, I learned from my mistakes, and it took about 2.5 to 3 years, but I turned it around and I got my business to a regular 6 figures as a solopreneur. Now, getting your business to 6 figures after making every mistake in the world isn't what it seems to be, right? It took me another 3 years to pay off the 6 figures in credit card debt that I had. Okay, so now we're talking 6 years in before I'm really rolling in the dough. But it was totally worth it, because the last 6 years of my business, so I'm not in my lash bar much anymore. I only have like 3 or 4 VIP clients, and now I'm business coaching full time. But the last 6 years of my business have been great, right? They've been great. They've been profitable. It's been exactly what I wanted it to be from the very, very beginning. But one of the things that I just always want to tell people is you're not going to become a 6 figure heir right out of the gate. It's just not going to happen, right? There's a lot of things that we have to learn. Now, you can get from 0 to 6 figures much faster if you hire a mentor or a coach or somebody that has done exactly what it is you want to do, and you start picking their brain, asking them for advice, enrolling in their programs, getting coaching from them, right? Or you can do it by yourself and be like me. It can take 3 years, and then it takes an additional 3 years to pay off the debt that the first 3 years took, right? So there's absolutely faster ways to get to where you want to be. So anyway, I learned some stuff. Now I teach others. And just a real side note thing, don't let the 6 figures thing, I know this is a number that a lot of people throw around on social media, and yes, it's great. When you get to 6 figures, life changes for you, especially if you're single, if you don't have a family to support, or if this is a second income in your household, right? I'm not downplaying the fact that 6 figures is a lot of money, but when it comes right down to it, if somebody is making $100,000, a big chunk of that is probably going back to their supplies, and a big chunk is probably going to Uncle Sam. So don't get, lost in that number. Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to get you to the place where you're making multiple 6 figures. That's when things start getting really comfortable. All right. So the first tip that I have for you is, number one, don't go buying a bunch of fancy shit. Okay, you don't need it. Please buy decent supplies and furniture that will allow you to do your job and make money, and then just upgrade later, right? It's really hard not to go buy the big fancy machines and the big fancy chairs, right? It's really hard because it feels like everybody has them. It feels like all your friends have them, but please don't. If you don't have the cash to put out for them, then just get what you need right now to do the services. Start with basic facials if you are an esthetician. Start with basic, haircuts and color if you are a hairdresser. Start with, just start with the basics to make some money. You can always add these additional services on later, right? Number 2, please forget about the swag. No shirts, no pens, no pro logo, none of it. You can make your own logo for free on Canva. If you don't know how to use Canva, I do have a Canva tutorial somewhere. I don't know if I've uploaded it to YouTube or not yet, but that's what I'll do after this one if I haven't. Please, you're going to change your logo. You're going to change your branding like 3 or 4 times before you actually settle on what really resonates and aligns with you. It's not going to be, you're not going to come out of the gate knowing exactly what it is your business is going to look like for the next 10 years. Like, you grow and morph the way that your business grows and morphs. So do all of that stuff on your own as much as you can. You don't need t-shirts, you don't need pens. Maybe you need a business card, but with social media kind of the way that it is today, just get 100 business cards for maybe an in-person networking event. Otherwise, you can make a little flyer or a little business card on Canva. You can put it on your phone and you can airdrop it to people if somebody wants your business card, right? So please don't spend a whole ton of money on that. Number 3, start by yourself and stay by yourself for 6 months to a year. So this is not for the girls that are going to go work in a salon, right? If you're going to go work in a salon or a spa or work for some other company before you go out on your own, that's great, that's fine. This is not for you. This number 3 is for my girls that are like super ambitious and they want to go out on their own like now, right? So start by yourself and stay by yourself for 6 months to a year. Do not go hiring contractors. Do not go hiring friends. And for the love of God, do not go hiring employees just yet. Get a real good grasp on the direction of your business and how this is all going to go before bringing anyone else along for the ride. Because here's the deal. It's going to be a shit show. It's going to be a mess for a while. And you want to have a chance to work through all of that mess by yourself and not drag somebody else through it with you, right? When you kind of got the foundation laid for your business and you're kind of busy enough to want to bring somebody else on, then you can go ahead and start bringing somebody else on, right? Another just a side tip that's not in my little notes here is I always recommend before you bring somebody on to help you out with your business, please make sure that you know how to do the job that they're going to be doing. So that way you can keep tabs on them and you know that nothing funky is happening, nothing's going sideways, right? So before you bring on a bookkeeper or a CPA, know how to do your taxes, right? You don't have to be a pro at it, but you need to know what a profit and loss statement is, right? You need to know QuickBooks Online, right? Make sure that you know all of that stuff before you hire someone else, especially someone that's going to be working with your money. Okay, if you're going to hire a social media manager, great. That's going to take a lot of work off your plate. However, if you don't know how to run your social media, if you don't know your brand, if you don't know your personality, you're not going to be able to convey that to somebody, and you're going to end up wasting between $1,000 and $1,500 a month paying someone to do your social media, and they're going to be putting out content that doesn't resonate with your ideal client. So you need to know how to do all of this in your business before you hire it out to somebody else, okay? Those are things that I can help you with. Number 4, you're going to have to give some stuff away. Simple. There'll be plenty of possibly well-meaning people, naive people, peers that are going to say to you, know your worth, don't give discounts, don't give stuff away. Okay, you are new to business, and when you're new to business, basically you have to go out there and get people to come and see you. You've got to go out and attract people to come and see you, which means you have to be offering something different than the person down the street that's doing the same thing that you're doing, right? There's certain stuff you're going to have to do to get noticed. If you do excellent work, those first few clients are going to be regulars, right? So if you're a lash artist, give a full set of lashes away for free. If the person loves the lashes and cannot live without them, which is, if you're starting your own business, this is the level of work that you should be doing, they're going to come back to you for the fills, right? right? That full set of lashes was just a marketing expense that you gave away, right? You write that off on your taxes. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a CPA and I'm not a lawyer, but it's a marketing expense, right? So please don't be afraid to give stuff away. Now, if you're not doing excellent work, stop, halt. You cannot go out on your own. You need to go work for a salon, spa, whatever the case is, before you start your own business, okay? Starting your own business is really, really tough. And there's a lot of back end stuff that creatives usually aren't super great at. So the last thing you want to be doing is dealing with learning how to do taxes, learning how to do books, learning how to do all this administrative stuff, and also trying to get better at your craft, right? So make sure you're good at what you do. Even if you're only good at one or two things, that's cool. That's good enough. We can take those one or two things and we can market the hell out of them, and we can get you enough clients while you're getting better at some other stuff, right? So please don't let it stop you if you're not good at everything, but we've got to just kind of pick the 3 or 4 things that you're really, really good at, and then we build your business around that. So anyway, take pictures, notes here, of everything. So make it a requirement for everyone who's getting a discounted service from you. So if you're giving away lash extensions, if you're doing free facials, if you're doing free nails, if you're doing free haircuts, right? If you're doing free services, the requirement is that you get to take pictures, before and after pictures, because those sell, right? Everyone loves to see a good before and after picture, right? Get testimonials from these people. That is super important, right? They're getting a free service. If they can't let you take pictures, and if they can't give you a testimonial, you're not doing the service for them, okay? Period. End of story. All right, number 5. Please know that there are times it's going to suck. And there are times it's going to suck bad. And at times you're going to want to quit. And at this point, either you do or you don't, period. But you cannot pussyfoot around with this decision. Either you sell all of your stuff and you get out and you go work for somebody else, or you kick that nasty ass voice out of your head, find a mentor, find a coach, and you keep working at it, right? You will never win at this game if you quit. You won't. So you have to decide before you get in it if you want to win it, right? Because there are going to be times when you don't make any money. There are going to be times when top ramen feels like a gourmet meal. It's going to happen, right? I started my business. I was going through a divorce. It was not cute. It was very ugly. It was very shameful. I was going through a divorce. I had 2 little boys that I had to feed. Like, it was like I was down trying to start this business, but I knew deep down in my heart that I did not want to go work for somebody else, because I knew that if I went to go work in a spa somewhere, I was going to end up with the Tuesday through Saturday hours, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., right? Regular spa hours. And I also knew that I had 2 little boys that I wanted to be able to take them to practices, basketball practice, football practice, baseball practice, right? I wanted them to be athletes. I was an athlete when I was younger, right? I didn't want to miss any of that stuff. I didn't want to be the parent that had to miss the games. I didn't want to be the parent that would have to call up other parents and say, hey, can you take my kid to practice? I wanted to be the parent that other parents called and said, hey, can you take my kid to practice, right? That's my why. I just wanted to be omnipresent for my kids. Like, I am the ultimate helicopter parent. Ask my kids. I'm a lot. I'm a lot, but that's just how I wanted it to be. And that was enough of a why for me to slog through the hard times. So you need to figure out what your why is. Maybe you don't have kids, but maybe you have this dream of getting out of the shit neighborhood that you live in. Or maybe you have this dream of paying your mom's rent one day. Or maybe you have a family member that's sick and needs medical care, but health insurance in this country is a joke, right? So money helps us, right? Money is never the why. It's always what the money can do for you that is the why, right? Money gives you choices. Money gives you freedom. Money gives you options, right? So the why is not the money. Saying, I want to make a lot of money is not a big enough why to get you through. What is it that you want that money to be able to do for you? That's going to be closer to your why. All right, so there are so many joys that come with working for yourself, but if someone tells you it's easy, they haven't done it. Oh, and one last thing. Do not take advice from people who have not done what it is you want to do. Okay? That includes your drunk Uncle Bob who thinks that he knows everything but forgets that we all know he's a wackadoodle. Okay? So reach out to me if you want more help. You can find me on Instagram, Shimmer Beauty in the Biz. I'm changing my name. I'm going through some other branding. You can find me there right now. Rachel Kerr. You can search for me there. Business coach. You can search for me there, right? So one of those things you'll be able to find me, but right now it's Shimmer Beauty in the Biz. I hope that this video helped you guys. And like I said, if you need any more help, reach out to me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook group called The Profitable Solopreneur. You can always request to join that group, and I coach in that group all the time. Just ask a question. Somebody else in the group will hop on and answer the question. I will hop on and answer the question if I can, right? We're just here to help you, and we're here to help you start your business. So I hope you found this video helpful, and